Hello everyone, and thanks for joining us for this session called Video Distribution with SAVI Canvas. If you happen to have joined us for the previous session about the SAVI end user experience, you'll see some things that you saw there also in this session, because there is a very tight integration of our SAVI Canvas feature into the SAVI system from a front-end user perspective, but then also there is a lot of really cool integration on the back end that's happening that makes this system possible, SAVI Canvas. So what's the architecture? It is simply a way to do HD over IP. Many of you will be familiar with this, but for those who may not be, we are taking all of our source devices, plugging those in, typically via HDMI, to an encoder that is laid onto the network, sends that MPEG-4 H.264 stream via multicast onto the network. And of course, we have our network switch, and you also see the SAVI Server Pro there. And we have an LG webOS display if we're doing Canvas in its most native of forms, and a SAVI Canvas app that's loaded onto that LG webOS signage commercial display, no less. And it is doing the decoding on the system on chip of the LG webOS system. And so we get away from this idea of the box, so to speak, behind the TV. And also part of the magic here is it is a single Ethernet cable, one cable drop, Cat5e, Cat6 to each video endpoint or each webOS display. And so again, we're delivering a lot and packing a lot into that. So control, content delivery, and then also monitoring and management of the displays. No longer is there just this idea of a dumb TV, if you will, but we have a smart IP device in our video endpoints. And so we get this ability then to do layouts and a lot of really cool things in terms of our content, how we can make selections of all different types of sources and layouts. And you can see in this screenshot here, this is what we like to call the tri-pane of SAVI Canvas. And so this is one of many layouts where you're getting all the features that are packed into there. And also when we say content delivery, yes, that includes video distribution for sure, but then content delivery means a whole lot more than that as well. And when we say layouts, obviously we can have portrait or landscape oriented displays, and we can just bring this plethora of different layout design options to the equation. And again, this is native to SAVI. When you have a SAVI Server Pro and you have SAVI as your control and automation platform, this feature is built in. You really are just effectively enabling it and unlocking it with all the right gear also being paired with it. So we can bring all these different content types as well. And then there are a couple of other really cool features I want to just give you a quick look at before Derek shows these along with Vinny out in the booth in the warehouse here. So first this is one of my personal favorites. The ability to do effectively a 2x2 video wall, really a tiled wall, if you will, with a larger format display. Certainly you can do it with a smaller one, but for practical purposes, a little bit larger display is better. And again, there's no extra video processor here, nothing else extra. It's a native SAVI Canvas capability of the SAVI system. And we have the LG webOS display, and we can do this really awesome tiled look of a video wall appearance of a large display. And then also we have the SAVI Canvas dashboard, and you'll get to see this live in action here in a moment. So let's go ahead and check in with the guys out in the booth.
All right, so I'm gonna give you guys an overview of how our system works with all of our devices that go over the network. So it's pretty simple. We have our DirecTV receivers, which this is actually how our booth is. We have our DirecTV receivers plugged in HDMI to the STREAM.Ones. Then we have our STREAM.Ones connected to the network, and they are encoding that signal onto the network. And then we run another Cat5 to the displays around the facility or venue, and then those are decoding the HDMI stream from our encoders. So it's just a very, very basic setup when we're talking about the video distribution here. You just need your sources, your STREAM.One encoders, and then your LG displays that actually decode the signals on the other side. And then you can do things like this. So this is mimicking one of those. I can change the channel on this. So I'm switching between all 4 of my satellite boxes right now on the network, and that's what that's representing. Now, one really cool thing that we're adding this year is that this STREAM.One box is doing multiple things now. It's actually encoding the video signal on one stream, and then we're encoding the audio signal on a separate stream. So now when you hook up our SAVI DSP or SAVI amplifier, all you have to do is hook up one wire to the DSP, one wire to our amplifier, and we're gonna take that stripped off encoded audio signal and deploy it to our DSP and amplifier. So you get rid of a lot of interconnects in the rack, which I'm gonna show you a little bit later in our live rack, but it just completely cleans up your entire system. So I'm gonna say this a few times, go to our SAVI audio session, because we can't wait to show off our DSP and amp UI to you guys. But we first have to show you all this in live action. So Vinny over there is gonna show you guys all of these features live.
Awesome, thanks Derek. So I'm gonna use this Canvas enabled display to show you what Canvas can do to really simplify content control and management. So I'm actually going to take my display here, center display, and I'm just going to show you how quickly I can change to my DirecTV. And also, there's some really cool processing power behind this. So the display and SAVI Canvas are actually allowing you to create these really fun and cool layouts. So I'm actually going to switch to my 2x2 here. And this is happening with Canvas without a processor on the back end, which you would normally need to do something like this.
One Cat 5?
It is just one Cat 5, which I'm going to get to in just a second here. We can do something fun like this, like an L board, or say you have you want to schedule a change. You have happy hour coming up, and you want your happy hour menu here, but you don't want to interrupt what somebody's watching. It's real easy to do. We actually took this a step further for serviceability and supportability with Canvas Dashboard. So I'm going to go into here to Canvas Dashboard, choose my center display, and there's a live screen capture of what I have on my display. It's also got all of my information, so if I need to remotely troubleshoot this, I can go ahead and do a power on, power off, upgrade my app, reboot, or anything like that. And remember, this is all over one Cat 5. And if you don't believe me, Derek's going to show it to you now.
All right, guys. So this is actually our portrait displays that we have going right now with content delivery going to these guys. And I do want to show you that it is truly just one Cat 5. Now, I know we say one wire a lot, and we have one wire passing video distribution, content delivery, and control over the display. And I know a lot of you guys are going to say there's 2 wires. There is 2. Unfortunately, we can't power these things over PoE, so we do have to have a power cord to it. But all of this control that we're giving you is just truly over this one Cat 5 to this TV. And so now, everything he just showed you with the dashboard, the preview, all of that, I can access that on my phone as well. So I can see exactly what's happening to all of these displays instantaneously with screen capture. And I just got to show you how cool this is to switch everything. So if I wanted to change the layout on all of these displays, let me go to a menu board with video distribution on top. As soon as I hit the button, it just instantly throws all of these to that area right there. And again, just like we were showing earlier, you have all of this screen captured, which is so nice to be able to access on any device, especially your phone if you just want to get to it super fast. So a lot of these features are cool with the built-in engine of LG webOS, and we deploy Canvas on all these, but sometimes you do need a separate box when you're going to projectors, things like that. So Vinny here, he's going to show you our Canvas encoder over there.
So this is our Canvas decoder.
Decoder.
Derek will show you our encoder in a second. He's getting a little too excited. So this is our Canvas decoder, and this allows you to take something that's not Canvas enabled, like a projector or an older display or something like that, and just get the power of Canvas. So we actually have HDMI inputs, DisplayPort inputs, and that allows you to create those really awesome layouts and just control your content the way you want with this box here. I know Derek's excited to show you these encoders over here, so I'm going to throw it to him at the rack. And he'll take you on that journey.
All right, guys, kind of back to that diagram of what we were just talking about. These actually are our encoders that encode on the network. So just like that diagram showed, you just need a few pieces of equipment to really pull off everything that we're showing you. So we have our SAVI server here, and these are our STREAM.One encoders. Some cool features on this is we have an OLED screen for you guys that you can deploy all of your sources to. So I can easily view this guy and see what is connected to each one of them. So DirecTV 1 through 4, Apple TV STREAM.One, and then this is the one I'm going to pull out for you guys. So you'll notice a lot of feedback that you have on these guys, which is really nice when you're an installer or you're trying to troubleshoot in the future. You can look at this and get those details that you really need. So for instance, I can tell if it's on the network. I have a light that is actually streaming video, and I have a light that is actually streaming the video right here. And what I can do is if I press and hold these, they'll actually cut off the signals and give you a splash screen. That way, if you need to work on your system, but you don't want to just cut it off and have a no signal going up, you can just turn that stream off and you'll have this nice splash page that you guys can create custom yourself. And let me just show you how portable these things are, or how modular these things are. So this is cool too, because you can really grow and add these to your system. This little guy is super powerful and you get a lot of cool features with it. So if I flip this over to the back, these are PoE powered. I have my HDMI input so I can run my DirecTV, Apple TV, whatever screen share device I want, or various other devices. I have my loop out to maybe go to a video wall distribution piece. And then I have an audio de-embedder. So if I do want to strip the audio out of this, I don't need any other outside parts. They're all built into this. And the bonus with this is just like that diagram before, we're actually encoding the video signal and we're encoding the audio signal. So the installation is actually a breeze to just slip one of these guys in. And let me show you the interconnects, how there's just really not much to it. So if I come around, truly, you just have your sources, a few HDMI cables, and we take the audio and video on the network, and then we just blast those out to our amp ones and all that other stuff. So it's really cool, and it cleans up so many interconnects on your rack that you just don't want to do all the time. So it's a really nice feature. So now I'm going to show you another feature of Canvas that's really cool. So let me show you real quick. I'm going to pull up my phone. As you guys can see, I'm just streaming this. So pulling up my phone. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw all of these onto, I like the SAVI 3 show. Just really clean and nice looking. So let me show you how fast the system actually is. So this is Creator. So this is where I can manage all this content and throw stuff up there really quickly. Let me just show you how fast it is to get a random image that I'm going to pull off the internet. I'm going to put it through our system in Creator in our SAVI server, and it's just going to pop up instantly on the TV. So I have all of my layouts here that I've already preloaded. So now I'm going to go to Google. And actually, I'm going to type 1080 by 1920 images. And I'm going to go ahead and pull this image. Why not? Copy this image address. Come to Creator. I'm going to create a new layout. I'm just going to call this Google Image to make it easy. You'll notice here's my layouts here. As soon as I hit OK. Now this is where I can pick and choose out of all my displays in this booth, where do I want this image to go? Well, I want it to be on those portrait TVs. So I'm going to multi-select all of these displays right here. I'm going to set this up in portrait mode. I'm going to do an actual, I have two choices. Or actually, I'm going to get that saying. I'm going to do this image here. I'm gonna copy and paste. That's the JPEG from that Google image. I'm gonna hit save. And now it loaded up Google image. And now I have that image just right there in the system. So if you need to load a happy birthday sign or any kind of image that you just want to deploy up on these on digital signage, it's that fast and easy to just add at any time with Creator. So it's a really cool back infrastructure that we're deploying to all these venues. Okay, so that is an awesome feature. But now I want to show you one of my favorite features, especially for the installation of all of this. So we've went ahead and we've set those to factory default. So now I'm starting up my installation and I just pop the TVs on the wall, I hook the Cat5 up, and I just walk away. So what Vinny's gonna do is he's gonna tell me the IP address of these. I'm gonna show you guys our auto discovery and deploy our SAVI Canvas application. So he's popping that up. Now I'm gonna go to auto discover in Creator. And what this is gonna do is it's gonna scan the network for auto discover. All my LG displays are popping up. Now, in this case, we're bringing in all of our webOS, but I'm gonna find those particular ones. And I'm gonna go here. And what's that IP address?
You have 10.7.11.98, 99, and 100.
Okay. 1 second. Here's edit. Edit. Okay. And it's 10.7 what?
10.7.11.98, 99, and 100. And the reason we're having to look
99?
at these, the IPs on these ones is just because we have so many displays in our system right now. Normally, you would just select all of them and auto push everything to them. So we're just trying to select these 3 individuals. That's why we're doing this. And it was 98, 99, and 100.
100 right there. So now I've found those in my auto scan. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to install the SAVI app. So literally, I'm just popping that TV up, plugging the Cat5 in. We don't need to do any of this that Vinny just did. We're just doing that for demo purposes. Once I hit install app, it's going to take about 15 seconds. What it's doing is our server is now reaching out to those displays, and you can see it there. It's now going to start installing that app onto those displays all through the network. That's the only thing I had to do. So give it a few seconds. And now it's found the TVs, it's redirected everything, and now it's truly installing our SAVI application on those displays. So all I had to do was pop those TV up, hook the network cable up to it, and forget about it. And the rest I can do from Creator. And as you can see here, you'll see this in just a second. It's cool too. It's just going through the motion of uploading the app. And what's going to happen here is once the application is loaded, they're going to disappear from my auto discovery and they're going to pop up in my Canvas edit. See, it's now loading the application. It's kind of like they're racing right now. Which one's going to win? Who's in the lead?
I got my money.
I actually think the left one's in the
one.
lead right now. I think that's actually the one that's in the lead. Yep. Here it goes. Man, that's cool. There it is. Complete. And then once it's actually done, you'll see them completely disappear from the auto scan discovery. Give it a second. I still think that left one's in the lead. That's definitely in the lead. It's beating the rest. Man, that's cool. It's really cool too because we're just doing it on 3 displays, but you could do this to 100 displays at once if you want. So there they go. They've added the application. Now they've come up with our code. They disappear from the list, and now they're added to our Canvas edit list. So they did all that automatically. So now all I have to do is I have my portrait display 1, portrait display 2, portrait display 3. Now I can just link them. So the one on the left is Y2T. There it is. I'm going to link it. It's going to grab all the settings that it had before, deploy it right to that display. Next one's AH. I'm going to link it. Grabbing, deploying. Grabbing, deploying. So setting these things up from start to finish is just so fast and actually super fun to do. So I hope you guys enjoyed this Canvas session. There's a lot of cool features coming at you. And we're just going to keep making this system better and better for you guys, especially to make y'all's lives a whole lot easier. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, thanks to the whole team who brought us that session on video distribution and content distribution with SAVI Canvas. A couple of other additional notes. Per usual, if you want to send us a message, use that email address of feedback@hellosavi.com, and also visit the website there to look at the process of starting to become a dealer. And you can go to the /training page on the hellosavi.com site to look at the training dates that we have published. Those are starting in late September, and they also run through the end of this calendar year. So you can take a look there, and if you're an existing dealer with us, that is, you can go ahead and get scheduled for those. And if there's another session between now and end of day that you'd like to jump in, here's a quick look at what the rest of the lineup includes. And those times are all Central Daylight Time, of course. And that's at /connect on the site. And then finally, let's take a quick look at what is our next session coming up at 3 p.m. Central Time. It is a unique one, and it includes some special guests and some really cool sneak peeks at technology that SAVI, including our SAVI Canvas feature, along with LG webOS, bring to the market. And so really excited about this one. And we have Craig from LG joining us. We're going to have an unveiling. We're going to have all kinds of cool, unique, new things that LG is bringing to that session. So we look forward to that one, and we look forward to having you back here for those who will be joining us. Please do. Thanks a lot.